welcome to another installment of the Geek Yogurt Podcast. I am Rara.
I'm Wave. Choke that Swedish fish.
I'm Sam.
And Knock.
I'm alive.
We are the fruit on the bottom, awaiting to be stirred.
Stir us.
And stir we shall. I guess we'll follow up on what we did last week there and continue on with some more end of the season reviews there.
That's right. Marvel.
Oh, yeah. You got,
good stuff.
So Marvel was not touched upon last time?
No,
That's
it
correct.
wasn't.
I was not here, so it was just the Arrow and Flash and Gotham stuff.
Yeah.
We didn't really do much of Arrow or Flash, to tell you the truth.
We did Flash.
We did a little bit
We
of
did Flash.
But
We
was
didn't
there really
do
much
Arrow.
to discuss on
We didn't do
Flash?
Arrow.
No, we didn't do Arrow
I
because
thought we
somebody
did.
wanted to talk about Gotham for 22 minutes.
Well, Yeah. hey, look,
Yeah,
Gotham
rah-rah.
gets- That wasn't me. It gets intense. Okay, well, so Marvel. Daredevil, I didn't finish yet, but I don't care. We can talk about spoilers at all. So yeah. Well, the series has been over. Did it meet your standards of a quality show?
Did
Yes.
it meet your Batman standards?
Yes, it did.
Red Batman.
Well,
Yum.
essentially. And did you guys like it? I don't know if you
Oh,
watched
fuck
it all,
yeah.
So I know, yeah.
I did. I read a crap ton of Daredevil before the show came out.
Yeah.
So I was comparing the show to that stuff, and really, I shouldn't have.
Right, it's kind of unfair.
Well,
to
that's
do.
what I ran into with Karen Page.
Yeah.
I was unfair to Karen Page the entire time because before seeing the show, the only place I'd actually seen her was in the Born Again saga, where she's a drug-addicted bitch who sells out Matt's secret identity to the Kingpin.
Oh.
Indirectly.
And almost gets him and Foggy and everyone close to Matt killed.
So you had your this was kind of your mindset of who she was, and it's not
Yeah.
really what you get in the Netflix show.
You get earlier Karen Page. You
Right,
get,
right.
when she was the love interest, when
Right.
she was amazing. And
Because from what you were reading, this is kind of like she's already been developed for years.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and like I said, I was 100% unfair to her, but like I said, that's all I had read with her was
Yeah.
Frank Miller's Born Again saga.
Yeah.
Did you read Yellow yet?
Yes.
How'd you like that?
It was good. It was really good. Especially when Matt Murdock then, while hustling a bunch of guys in pool, says a ton of Helen Keller jokes
Yeah.
because they had referred to him as Helen Keller, so he says a bunch of Helen Keller jokes while utterly schooling them in pool and then beating the shit out of them in an alley afterwards. Because he doesn't like Helen Keller jokes.
Apparently, I could see why.
I like Matt. And they do him justice.
Yeah. Now I know Kingpin's the big bad, but is there like other people he fights, or is it just goons of the Kingpin that he really kind of takes on?
More or less the crime syndicate in general. I mean, Kingpin.
There's like
is,
a big. Is
yeah.
there like a big brawl between him and Kingpin at the end?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's
They fight a couple times. He also fights a red ninja,
oh, okay,
specifically a hand ninja.
right.
In the episode called Stick.
Yep. Oh, and the guy playing Stick was fucking
Oh
phenomenal.
yeah, he was
Scott
good.
Glenn, Now, amazing. They didn't actually mention it was the hand, did they?
No, it was
No.
just a red ninja.
Because that's what my friend was saying, that he hopes that they have a full on like the
Yeah.
hand
Yeah.
coming up. In the season
But
two.
it was that was just the prelude, the setup for it.
Right.
There is a guy named Leland Owsley in there.
Yeah.
Who, even where you are, you've met him.
Yeah.
He's the older white guy.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, Leland Owsley is the name of the owl. This guy did not have. He was a great character. I loved him in the series, but the character was not the owl.
Right.
Here's the thing, though. It's mentioned several times that he has a son, and he refers to his son as Lee. So I'm guessing it's Leland Owsley Jr.
Junior, and that's what they'll do.
And so I'm hoping this is going to lead into the owl coming in. But
Yeah, this Owsley is more of a money man, and the
Yeah.
Owsley from
It's
the
more
comic
white
book is mainly interested in knowledge. He wants to gain knowledge.
he wants money.
He wants money, and he has money in the comic books,
And
but
rats to
he wants knowledge. Even I don't remember which one it was, but
He had a painting of Doom's actual face,
yes.
as seen in the Superior Foes of Spider-Man, one of the most underrated comic series of all time.
That's the recent one. Just
Yeah.
kind of, well, like last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked that. I liked that better than. I didn't read all of it, just some of the stuff
Yeah.
that you passed on. But I liked that better than the like octo spider thing they were doing last year. So
Yeah, that's a whole nother episode. So,
Yeah,
Shield!
right.
Hey, Shield!
Well, I just wanted to make another comment.
How about we finish with Daredevil?
Yeah.
And not talk
Okay.
about the comic book and actually talk about the show a little more.
Well, no, this is a good segue into what my comments is because I haven't read anything of Daredevil except what I borrowed from you, Joe, and I found the Daredevil
Or
show
Wave.
to be Wave. You gotta edit that out. I found it to be very refreshing because the most recent, I guess, outing from Marvel that I had, because I didn't see Agent Carter when I just can't seem to get myself to watch Shield.
Yeah, I don't know
was
why, 'cause they're
Guardians of the
amazing
Galaxy.
shows.
You know, and coming off of that movie and then watching
Which was
Daredevil was really good, I thought.
yeah.
Because
you went from the brightness of Galaxy to the
well, no,
darkness
I
of
went from the
Daredevil.
goofy slapstick
Yeah.
to something that I think really plays to me, which is, you know,
To something that...
very, really grounded, very much, you know, like I could run into these people on the streets in New York and meet them and, you know,
Or he
feel
could
the
run into
things,
you.
feel the things that, you know,
Is
they
that
feel.
blind joke?
I see what
Yeah.
I was just gonna say. Yeah, nice little
I see what you did there, but I don't think
I
Matt
know- I
did.
know what
I
you're
don't
saying.
think so.
Yeah. So I thought it was really good.
I mean...
It was a show that wasn't aware of itself,
Yeah.
the way Guardians was. So
They had a
It
good
very-
amount of humor in that series.
yeah, but it's the kind
Yeah,
of
but that
humor that
humor's-
if you're in a bar you're gonna hear, and it's not like so. I don't want to say
It's not
forced.
commenting on itself.
Right. Exactly. It's like when we crack jokes together. It feels natural. It feels right. It doesn't feel like, oh, here's the part where the joke comes in. There it is.
See,
That's what feels
See,
good
I still
about the
debate that
Daredevil
on
show.
Guardians, where I didn't get that. But
I don't. I
that's
don't
not
think
this
that-
episode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't
Um,
see that in Guardians, but I do understand where you're coming from in Daredevil, where it doesn't.
So how long have you guys been practicing law? What time is it? 7:22. About 5 hours.
Right. Yeah. Like natural stuff that gets born from
Their relationship.
their situation. Yeah.
So. Yeah. So I thought it was.
Did it
pretty
end
good.
in a good spot? Like, are you guys
Oh, yeah.
excited to go on into season 2?
Yeah, I thought it was also put together very well too. Which I had problems with some of the other ones.
There was the fight choreography throughout the episodes I've watched. I'm on episode like 4 or 5 or something like
Oh,
that.
wow.
Okay,
It's
so
like-
you got to see him fighting the Russians down the hallway?
Yeah.
That was
Which-
an amazing.
It was
piece of
cool. I
cinema,
mean,
I thought.
I'm an old boy kind
Yeah.
of aficionado, so that I couldn't get over of just.
Oh yeah, it was,
well, I
it
see
was
it's
a rip.
an old boy already. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a rip, but
Yeah.
it was done a little bit differently.
But I
think.
will say, it was handled very well. I was
Mm-hmm.
surprised, especially coming from a TV show. You know, they don't usually take the time and care
Uh-huh.
to make those really pop.
Yeah.
And they really did.
Well,
Especially
yeah.
in the first season, looking at the first season of Agents of Shield, which it kind of feels cheap with like their graphics and their stunts that they do, and then you look at Daredevil and it's like, wow, they
Wow.
totally went a
Yeah.
different route. And Agents of Shield, thankfully, in season 2, really kind of they're spending more money where they should be spending money for that.
I'd also
show.
like to know, for that, you're looking at the difference between a
different context too. of-
very different context,
yeah.
but you're looking at a network TV show,
Yeah.
which isn't going to have a huge budget. No, it will have a decent one, but also it was untested waters.
Yeah.
I mean, you had Arrow out there,
Mhm.
but
It wasn't doing a show like Shield was doing.
Yeah.
I mean,
and not only did you already have, okay, people are excited for these Netflix shows, but a lot more money can go into a
yeah,
Netflix show.
has a little bit more.
Because you're
of
making you're not making a TV series. You're making a 13-hour movie.